You walked in, big ass grin, talking like we're friends, honey, what were you thinking?
She cries always, like if she sees any video,
Try everything.
a dog,
I don't know.
a child, she cries.
Yeah.
The only thing that I want is you.
He loves me, I love him. Look at you, just look at you now.
Selena Gomez fans are louder than ever right now. Many of them are convinced that something isn't right behind the scenes, and they believe her own record label might be stopping her from reaching the #1 spot on the charts this week. While this drama is unfolding, something unexpected is happening at the same time. Benny Blanco, Selena's fiancé, producer, and partner on her new album, is suddenly becoming a fan favorite in a way no one predicted. Today, we're unpacking everything fans are saying online, from theories that the label is blocking Selena's success to the surprising ways Benny is winning people over. By the end, you'll see that this situation isn't just about chart numbers, it's about loyalty, relationships, and the complicated politics inside the music industry. Fans aren't being quiet about their feelings. On TikTok, Twitter, and every major platform, supporters of Selena Gomez are accusing her label, Interscope Records, of holding her back. The idea they're spreading is that the label is choosing to promote other artists over her at the worst possible moment. In this case, Playboi Carti has become the center of the conversation. People believe the label is pushing his music right when Selena needs the most support to climb to the top. Fans are confused. Why would a label not want their own major artist to hit #1? A lot of this frustration comes from timing. Playboi Carti suddenly released 4 new songs on the deluxe edition of his album, and the drop happened right when Selena's new album, I Said I Love You First, was gaining momentum. Fans immediately picked up on the overlap and started saying it was too perfectly timed to be accidental. They feel like their favorite artist is being overshadowed on purpose. Comment sections have been flooded with strong opinions. Some fans even wrote things like, "Watching Selena's own label block her success just made me a lifelong Selenator." Others are wondering why the label isn't giving her more promotional support or playlist placement during such an important week. For many of these fans, the issue goes far beyond chart positions. They've watched Selena grow from her Disney Channel years into a respected artist with her own identity, and they feel protective of her. That emotional connection makes this situation feel personal. Supporters want to see her get the recognition they believe she deserves, and when they sense that something might be working against her, they react strongly. But as the rumors spread and fans try to make sense of the situation, it becomes clear that the story isn't as straightforward as it seems. There's much more going on beneath the surface, and the next layer of the story makes things even more complicated. To fully understand why fans are upset, it helps to look back at Selena's long relationship with her record label. She signed with Interscope Records in December 2014, leaving Hollywood Records behind. That move was a major step. It symbolized her transition away from the Disney image and into a more mature and independent phase of her career. At the time, Interscope looked like the perfect label to help her evolve into a serious pop artist. Fast forward to now, and Selena's most recent album, I Said I Love You First, was released on March 21st. The album means far more to fans than just a collection of songs. It represents a new chapter in Selena's life. It was created alongside Benny Blanco, who isn't just her collaborator, but also her fiancé. Many listeners see the album as a window into her real experiences, both past and present, and the romantic themes have only made people more interested in the story behind the music. Fans have been eagerly watching every interview and press appearance, looking for hints about the meaning behind the lyrics. Because this album feels so personal, fans have been investing their time and energy into supporting it. They're streaming it non-stop, promoting it on their own platforms, and doing everything they can to help it succeed. That's why so many people are frustrated. They don't understand why Interscope isn't pushing it harder or offering the level of backing they expect for an artist as well known as Selena Gomez. This confusion is what's fueling the theories about chart interference, making the release week full of tension and speculation. Part of the confusion comes from how the album was released. Technically, I Said I Love You First doesn't fall under just one label. Instead, it's distributed by 3 different ones: Interscope Records, Friends Keep Secrets, Benny Blanco's label, and SMG Music, which belongs to Selena herself. Even though Interscope has been her home label for years, this album isn't exclusively theirs. Fans think that might be why they aren't pushing it with their usual force. Some people online believe Interscope might not have the same motivation to promote an album where the profits are split among multiple labels. If they don't receive the biggest share, promoting another artist whose success benefits them more financially might seem more appealing. That theory gained even more attention when Cardi's deluxe release came out so close to Selena's big chart week. The timing made fans suspicious that the label might be more focused on boosting Cardi than supporting Selena. The problem is that record deals are complicated, and most fans don't have access to the details of how these partnerships work. So they're left filling in the gaps on their own, trying to make sense of decisions that happen behind closed doors. This mystery only adds fuel to the rumors. People start connecting events that might not actually be connected. And every new release or chart change becomes part of a bigger story they're building in their heads. And just when the drama seems intense enough, fans start adding yet another twist. They've recently begun tying Justin Bieber into the situation. Some posts claim that Cardi FaceTimed Justin right before his deluxe songs dropped, which immediately set off a wave of speculation. People wondered if the release was connected to Selena's ex in some way. Was it planned? Was it petty? Was Justin indirectly affecting Selena's chart performance? The theories spread quickly, even though none of them were confirmed. Realistically, it's unlikely that anyone is plotting against Selena. Artists release deluxe versions all the time, and labels often make calculated decisions about when to drop new music based on business strategies. Still, because fans are deeply attached to Selena and want the best for her, every little detail becomes magnified. Even coincidences begin to look suspicious under the microscope of social media. While all of this drama unfolds, something unexpected is happening on the sidelines. Benny Blanco is becoming one of the most beloved figures in this entire situation, and as the story continues, he plays a bigger role than anyone saw coming. While the label issues continue to dominate the conversation, something unexpected is happening with Benny Blanco. Fans who used to criticize him are suddenly seeing him in a new light. After watching his recent interviews and press appearances, many people admit they misjudged him, and now they're cheering for him almost as much as they cheer for Selena. It's a major shift, especially considering how skeptical some fans were at first. A big reason for this change is the way Benny talks about Selena. He's been open about how deeply he cares for her, describing the little things he does to make her feel loved. Small gestures, thoughtful texts, and the effort he puts into understanding her emotions. Fans have been reacting with surprising warmth, leaving comments like, "Okay, I get it now, he's perfect for her." Many people who once focused on his looks or questioned his experience are now praising the way he treats her. They're calling him mature, sincere, and genuinely supportive, both in her personal life and her career. This reaction from fans marks a complete turnaround. People who once rolled their eyes at the relationship now describe Benny as grounded, emotionally aware, and completely committed. The interviews didn't just show him as a producer or a public figure, they showed him as someone who truly loves Selena and makes her happiness a priority every day. And even though the label situation continues to fuel frustration, Benny's honesty has given fans something positive to latch onto. It adds a softer, uplifting element to a story that has been filled with tension and speculation. Benny's interviews did more than win fans over. They completely changed how people see him as a person. He opened up about how Selena changed his views on love, relationships, and even marriage. He talked about how he never cared much about getting married until he met her, and how being with her shifted everything. Fans loved hearing this. To them, it was proof of genuine emotional growth and a sign that he truly sees a future with her. He didn't just talk about the big things either. He shared sweet details about how he tries to make her day better, even when they're not physically together. Fans were touched by how thoughtful and intentional he is, and social media quickly lit up with people celebrating him. Many joked that anyone who judged him based on his appearance totally missed the point, because the real attraction comes from who he is on the inside, his kindness, his emotional intelligence, and the care he shows Selena. This shift in public perception added something refreshing to the story. Even though many fans remain irritated by the label's decisions, they can't help but smile when they see Benny showing up for Selena in such a genuine way. Comments like "absolute king" and "he gets hotter the more he talks" have been all over TikTok and Twitter. His honesty stands in sharp contrast to the business-heavy drama happening around the album, making him feel like a real, relatable part of the narrative instead of just a background figure. But underneath all the fan reactions, there's a truth about the music industry that can't be ignored. Labels operate like businesses, and every major release is a strategic decision. Companies like Interscope focus on profits, visibility, timing, and positioning their artists for the most benefit. That means that even artists on the same label can end up competing with each other without meaning to, especially when revenue is split between multiple partners, like in the case of Selena's I Said I Love You First. Deluxe versions, extra tracks, surprise drops, they're all part of the strategy labels use to keep their artists high on the charts. Playboi Carti releasing 4 new songs while Selena's album was gaining momentum might look suspicious to fans. But in the business world, moves like that are normal. Labels want to hold strong positions on the charts, and they often use every tool available to keep their artists visible. Fans might interpret it as sabotage, but the label sees it as business management and audience control. For Selena, this means that even with strong music and an incredibly loyal fan base, outside factors still play a major role in what happens on the charts. It's a reminder that in the industry, talent and passion aren't the only things that determine success. Timing, marketing, and strategies behind the scenes can shape outcomes just as much as the music itself. And while fans debate every detail online, the reality is that labels will always do what benefits their business the most. So where does this leave Selena and the people who support her? On one side, there's frustration over the timing of releases, over theories about chart blocking, and over the feeling that the label isn't giving her the attention she deserves. On the other side, there's something surprisingly uplifting happening. Benny Blanco has become a bright spot in the middle of the chaos. His emotional honesty, his affection for Selena, and the way he talks about their relationship have completely won people over. Fans feel like they're finally seeing the real him, and they're loving what they see. This whole situation shows that the music industry isn't always about who makes the best album. Labels, strategies, politics, and business deals can shape outcomes in ways fans don't fully understand. But it also shows that genuine love and authenticity can stand out, no matter how messy things get. Benny's devotion to Selena has become a reminder that real emotions still matter in an industry built on strategy. In the end, this story isn't just about who reaches #1 on the charts. It's about loyalty, real love, and trying to navigate a world where business decisions and personal relationships constantly collide. Fans are cheering for Selena, celebrating Benny, and questioning the label, all at the same time. But above all, they're inspired by the honesty behind the music and the connection at the heart of Selena and Benny's relationship. What do you think? Are the labels actually holding Selena back, or is this just how the music industry operates? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it.